Good afternoon. At the outset, on behalf of Colonel Vinod Marwa, Dr. Jai Singh, Dr. Nikam, and the faculty, I welcome you to 26-28 batch of this prestigious course. I must say that you are very happy, you are very lucky, and you are very chosen one to be part of this great alma mater. For next 2 years, it will be a power pack for you. And this power pack will have definitely different things. It will have the education, it will have training, it will have discipline, it will have management related activities, and towards the end, apart from fun and frolic, you will be having a great future which will be waiting for you. So I really compliment you for this great course. So fasten your seat belts and enjoy this ride. I'm Colonel Tushar Ghate. In next 1.5 hours or so, what we'll be doing, we will be having the interaction, I would say, and not a monologue. So treat me as your friend. So in next 1 hour or so, we'll be discussing various aspects of leadership, and then I will quickly brush upon different fields, I will say, in which you can have your career in future. And these fields are different from what you are toying with today, conventional fields. So please feel free to ask me anything between the lecture also. You can stop me, you can add on to anything. So you are most welcome for that. Yeah, okay. When we are talking about the leadership, this leadership starts with the foundation of this college, and it starts with the founder of this college, our mentor. I'll fail in my duties if I don't mention his great contribution. You know, he's Colonel Vinod Marwa. I'll spend a minute about him before we get into the leadership aspects and other topics of the lecture. Colonel Vinod Marwa, founder of this institute, he is 1971 war veteran. As a youngster, he joined army and he fought 1971 Bangladesh war. I'm sure that time nobody was even born. After putting in 20 years in army, he took retirement in 1992, and after that, since last 34 years, he has excelled in whatever he has done. You must be aware that he is heading 2 chemical factories. Their output, most of the output is export oriented, 2 chemical factories. As I said, this wonderful institute, Indus School. In addition to that, he is into real estate also and constructed number of sites, shopping complex across Maharashtra. Apart from this, he has also taken over a couple of sick units, pharmaceutical units. He has revived them and he has put them on a profit-making track. Now these are the commercial ventures. Now coming to his other activities, he is actively involved into various NGOs. He has founded Colonel Vinod Marwa Foundation, which is helping a lot of people in Maharashtra in various fields. Apart from that, he is an active member in Horizon Foundation, which looks after various activities related to armed forces like demining and all. He is into social activities also. So he is a person, he is a living and live example for you to look upon. So whomsoever you meet here in this institute, they will have a great example in front of you. So make best use of them. Now we will come to the leadership. When we come to the leadership or we utter a word leadership, obviously what comes to your mind? Army or other armed forces. As a true soldier, definitely I will start this particular topic with armed forces. A boy or a girl who is 15, 16, 17 years old, who doesn't know how to wipe his or her nose, with his and her aptitude and spark in him, he gets selected to one of the best premier institute of the world, You know what that institute is? Anyone can tell me? Yeah, National Defense Academy, where these boys and now girls are entering, and after 3 years, they are made men, women, and more than that, great leaders. So I'll just show you a small clipping, 1.5 minutes, to kickstart this discussion. So this is how the leader is made. Not necessary that the leader is made while in uniform, not necessary. Leader is made anywhere, but you need to have that will and zeal in you, and it's made. Now I will just tell you few examples. When we spoke about the NDA, all these cadets after NDA they go to their respective fields, Army, Navy and Air Force. And you must be aware that after passing out as a young officer, either from Army or Navy or Air Force, what these guys they do? Let's talk about Army per se. Now in the Army, when an officer gets commissioned, his age is 21 years old. He's just 21 years old. Now imagine 21 years old officer joining para unit, para commando unit, getting into various operations. You must have heard, you must have seen Uri movie. In that, India carried out the surgical attack in which our para commandos, they crossed the border, went into enemy territory, carried out a clean operation, came back without casualty. Now, this operation was headed by whom? Any idea? These operations were not headed by some colonels or some brigadiers or some generals. These operations were headed by two major subs. And imagine what were their ages? 25, 26 years old. And imagine they are taking in 150 para commandos under their command, getting into enemy territory. And it was not a formal border, it was LC. So you are going against all UN rules and regulations, carrying out those operations. Now imagine they are carrying out these operations and something would have happened. Somebody would have got killed, somebody would have got injured or captured. What all bearings it would have had on India. Just imagine. But they were so confident, that nothing happened and they came back with all glory for our country. So I just wanted to tell you, that particular person at the age of 21 or 25 or 26, he can do anything. So that is as far as Army is concerned. Now coming to Air Force. In Air Force, a boy or a girl joining Air Force as a fighter pilot, they join it at age of 20 to 23 maximum. Now any idea, India made a history recently in Air Force wherein 3 girls as a fighter pilot, they join Air Force not to fly helicopters, but they are flying MiG-21, MiG-29 and the Bisons. Just imagine. Now this girl at the age of 23, she is flying a machine. Any idea what would be the cost of that flying machine? Any rough idea? MiG-21 or MiG-29? More than 400 to 500 crore rupees. So that girl flying a machine, 400 crore rupees. I don't know how to write those figures. Imagine that girl just before joining Air Force, where she would have been. She was, out of these three girls, one comes from a very normal background in Madhya Pradesh, one from Haryana, and one I think from Karnataka, from a very normal family background. So just imagine 2-3 years back, those girls, they would be with their course mates, sitting at college, sitting in a canteen, discussing something about their future. And after 3 years, where are they? It's not only about that machine or the cost of the machine, but imagine the government, the nation, has got so much of confidence in that boy or a girl to allow her to fly that 400 crore aircraft, but it is not for a joyride. She's not flying it from Delhi to Bangalore or somewhere. She's trained to fly that aircraft, take that aircraft into enemy territory and fight a war and drop weapons, something like nuclear weapons also. And who is doing that? A 23-year-old girl. Just imagine. Coming to Navy. An officer joining Navy, commanding a submarine. You must be aware, a submarine, when it starts floating or sailing, whatever you can say, crawling, goes for an operation, it goes down under the water and it sails uninterrupted for 3 to 4 months, imagine. Now that officer with his crew of 30, 40, 50 people with so much of ammunition, nuclear weapons, everything, all arsenals under his belly, commanding a submarine and not floating at Gateway of India. He is floating somewhere next to Karachi. If he gets detected, you're gone. But the amount of confidence. So everything happens because they are not gods. They are the chosen ones because of their mettle from us only. So I just wanted to bring out these points to you that if you have got will to do something, you can really create wonders. So I was just talking about those officers, what they have done. Probably you were born at that time, 1999, during Kargil operations. Those youngsters, it's really my honor, I would say, that he was my course mate, Captain Manoj Pandey. So in one of the war, he made a supreme sacrifice for the nation. Now imagine this particular officer, few years back, he was in academy, he was in a college like us. He made his supreme sacrifice. For whom? For us, so that we live peacefully. Why I mention his name? Because he did not come from a family, some army family or some navy or some air force. He was a son to the small-time businessman who was living in Lucknow. Friends, I think we have started today. Today is the first day. If you sleep on first day, then I think you need to really wake up in your life. I will tell my own example. When I was in army, we are sent to various, generally they send us to various courses. So I hail from Pune. So I came to Pune for one of the course, for 6 months course. And like a youngster, I had a ball in my course. I did not study. I really had a ball. When the course ended, I went back to my unit with very bad gradings, very, very bad, pathetic gradings. My CO, he told me only one sentence. Look, friend, if you want to enjoy those 3 or 6 months during your course, then your 30 years of life is screwed. But if you screw yourself for those 3 months, then your life is made. So it's up to you. You have to take the decision. Now, nobody is going to tell you here. Now, we are grown-up children, kids, teen, youngsters, whatever. Now, it's up to you to make best use of this premier institute. Or you while away your time here, sleep, have only ball, and go out with a very normal gradings and without learning so much. So, choice is yours. So, it really shook me, shook my life. And so nice on my CEO's part, in spite of getting pathetic grading, very next month, again he sends me for one course, again in Pune. And then one could study, got good gradings, and then the life transformed. So I thought somebody was sleeping, so it's okay for him. Another example, during Kargil war, his living legend, Yogendra Singh Yadav, you must have heard his name. He is living Paramveer Chakra. He joined army at the age of 16 and he was 9th standard pass, that's all. He joined as a Sipahi. And at the age of 18 years, with his valor and wisdom and so much of, you can say, enthusiasm and dedication for the nation, he created wonders at Tiger Hill. And the Tiger Hill was made free from Pakistanis. And during that operation, he got the highest award, that is Paramveer Chakra. And he got it at the age of 18, friends, at the age of 18. What was his age when he joined army? 16 years. What he got? The best award in the nation, Paramveer Chakra. At what age? 18 years. And what was his education? 9th pass. So there are no limits. There are no caste, creed, religion, age. If you want to excel, you want to do something, you can do it at any point of a time. So that's a probably takeaway for you. This is his family. Captain Vikram Batra again. Ye dil mange more, you must be aware. Yeah. He comes from a very normal family, again. Son to a teacher. So friends, let's serve the nation. Again, not necessary in uniform. Wherever you are working in company, you are working on field, you are working in school, education sector, army, defense sector, R&D. Do it in such a way that apart from making money, you are helping a nation building also. So leadership is not a position or a title, but it's an action and an example. So if you think that if you can, then definitely you will. Now when we talk about the leadership starts with these points. To be a very good leader or effective leader, first of all, you need to educate yourself. So you need to have a formal education for that. Then this education, it makes you capable of joining an organization or doing a particular work where you get selected. And once you get selected for a particular position, for an assignment, then there you will get an opportunity to show your mettle. So this is how the leadership flows. So when we talk about leadership is either by appointment or it is by delivering or proving. Sometimes you get an appointment by virtue of your legacy or something like that. But then you are selected, you are at a particular place or at a particular position. And sometimes you come from a grassroots because of your capability, because of your deliverance, and then you reach to that particular position. So you could come from any of these two options. You can come from appointment or by proving yourself. So true leader, who is the true leader? He should be one of you. It's not that he's sitting at a place with shirt and tie, not talking to you, not mingling with you, then he's not a true leader. He should be like you. He should be eating with you. He should be talking your language. And this is how a real interaction starts. The one who should take stand for you, he should have that conviction to stand for you in your odds also. And the leader should listen. He cannot be a dictator. Most of the times, what happens once you become a boss, a leader, you only dictate, you only give orders, you don't listen. Gerban, this is not a true leadership. You have to take the real feedback from their environment where you are working, and that is how you get the feedback. Then you make your decisions based on those inputs which are really valid. So something like this. You should work with them in whatever activity. I have taken few examples of some agriculture officer. So he's going on field, working with them, doing the work with them. Now as a leader to perform, what all things are required? In-depth knowledge, very, very important. You take a particular example for army also. Like suppose you want to conduct a particular operation, successful operation, then you need to have a deep knowledge about the terrain, about the arms what you are using, about the enemy, everything. Because shallow knowledge or half-cocked knowledge is really dangerous. So you need to have a very robust knowledge base. You should know your work. Now, know your work does not mean that by reading the books or going through the things analytically, it will not take you to a conclusion that you knew the work. It is through practice, practice and practice. Practice on ground. While you're doing a particular thing, maybe you are in a corporate, you are in army, you are in any government sector, you should know the rules and regulations. Because most of the times what happens, we feel that rules and regulations, they are really stumbling block, they are the hindrance for you. But you know the rules and regulations, they can really help you out to achieve your goals and aims. So don't take it negatively that ये जो rules बनाए हैं ये तो हमें पूरा काम रोकने के लिए है, it is slowing down our work, not like that. Sometimes if you know it properly, it acts as an integrator. Your planning, very, very important. To do a particular work, you need to have in-depth planning. One small example, Israel became a nation in which year? Any idea?
Jain sir, I'm Rajan. Israel became independent in 1948.
Very right. Thank you so much. Just imagine those Jews were given a piece of land, a barren land, at some place in Gulf, a desert, no water, no forest, no infrastructure, nothing. They were kicked out, thrown away from various parts of the world. And then they were told, German, this is a piece of land, and now you are Israelis, and this is your nation. The day Israel was born, you will be surprised, very next day, I am saying very next day, they were attacked by 6 nations. 6 nations. Very next day. But you must be aware, I'm sure you must be reading it and you must be watching those things on YouTube and other social media platforms. But that war was won by Israel. They defeated 6 nations on the very next day when they were born. But after that, they thought, yes, if you have to survive, then you have to make yourself strong and capable. The same situation happened after 20 years, 1967. Again, same situation happened, and the countries around Israel, Egypt, Syria, and which was the third? Jordan. 3 countries, they decided to eliminate Israel from the landscape of this world. They decided to wipe out Israel. So they had very huge planning, because if you see on a map, Israel is really not a nation. I would say it's a city, a small city. And those nations, just see in the map, Egypt, Jordan, big nations, Syria. But then the Israelis, they were knowing it. They started their planning. They were planning everything for 2 years. They got information, they got intelligence of their enemies to such an extent that they were knowing which all aircraft they are using, who is flying the aircraft, what is the name of the pilot, where these aircrafts will be standing, what all fuel it has got, how much is the capability, everything. They had such an intelligence that they were aware on a particular day, these 3 nations, they are going to attack us, that they knew. They planned everything, and one day, I think it was 5th June only, 1967, morning, when these pilots of Egyptian Air Force, Jordanian Air Force and Syrian Air Force, in their respective bases when they are having their breakfast. Israelis flew 250 aircraft simultaneously. They flew very low to avoid radar detection. They went into enemy territory. They bombarded their airstrips, knocked off everything. Second wave, after 1 minute or 2 minutes, they again went in and then they destroyed all their aircrafts. So within 3 hours, the war was won by Israel. And how they won it? With a proper planning. So if you plan a particular thing, nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. Prompt decision making, very, very important. Again, I'm not only referring to the armed forces. Wherever you are working, there could be, in corporate term, they call it as escalations. There could be escalations. But then you cannot sit on that and just keep whiling away the time, because it really deteriorates the situation. That is where your ingenuity, your prompt decision making and your intelligence, it comes into picture. If you take decision immediately at that particular point of a time, then you can really control the situation. Innovations are required in your decision making, in your management, in your leadership. Balance of your resources, time, money, very much important. Conviction. Suppose you are working in a particular field, you have a point to convey, or somebody has conveyed a point to you. Sometimes you succeed, sometimes you fail. But then as a leader, it's your moral responsibility and conviction to stand up and say, yes, this work was executed under me, but as a leader, I could not accomplish that particular mission or a task, and I take the responsibility. That talks really high about that leader. So you need to have a conviction. Perspective planning, self-explanatory. You should have maximum use of technology. Now, your management skills and the leadership, it goes hand in hand. Now, for a great leader, he needs to have a self-assessment. This is very important slide, I would say. You can just make a note of it. It's a very important terminology, what is called as key result area. That is KRA. Are you aware about it? Okay. Now in army, of course, we were told this. Our commanding officer, he used to call us and he always used to tell us, ask us rather, give me your KRA. Now these KRAs, they fall into 3 categories. The first one, that is your professional, personal and social. Now professional, you start having this habit right from day one. This, gentlemen, this helps you a lot, because it really shapes up your life. It really shapes up your future, everything. You have it, you can decide a date, 1st January, whatever, or 1st April, whenever it is. In a diary, you note down your KRAs. The first KRA is your professional, like you are having your course here, so I will get good grading, I will learn a particular management thing, whatever, I mean, in whatever field you are doing, I will do a particular type of project. So these should be your professional KRAs. And then you must visit it at regular intervals. It's not that you are just writing it in a diary, keeping it and just opening your diary after 6 months. Oh, I just forgot that. Don't do that. So you decide a day, every Monday, I should have it, I should have a look at it, whether I have achieved it or not, I need to see that. Personal care is very important. You are Gen Z, I believe. I don't know whom to call Gen Z and Gen Alpha. But for your generation, gentlemen, what is happening, our case was different. Today, India is the youngest nation in the world, wherein 67% population is below age of 33. So you all are budding youngsters, but at the same point of a time, you have a lot of challenges, because there is a peer pressure for you, tremendous competition, reservations, so many things happening, introduction of, I will not say bad things, but challenging things like AI, taking toll of your future perspectives. So these things are happening. So for that, you need to have your personal bearing in a right way. So in your KRA, you should mention your personal KRAs. Like this entire year, I will pick up a particular game. I will pick up whatever, basketball, I will go for run, I will go for swim, I will exercise for 40 minutes. Then at family front, whatever you decide. That suppose you had a fight with some of the relatives, then I will try and do balancing act with that or whatever. So those personal KRAs are equally important as your professional KRAs. And third thing, very important, social KRAs. While we are very busy in shaping up our career, life, earning money, we tend to forget the society. Now, I don't know how many of you are from rural background, if you can just raise your hand, who come from a very rural area. Yeah, very few of you, thank you, yeah. So I hail from a not city, village, which has a population of 4,000. So till my 10th standard, I did not even wear chappal. I did not know ST bus kahan se aati hai, kahan jati hai, nothing. So I come from that particular area. So I have seen the poverty, I have seen the real life. भगवान न करे आपको ऐसे देखने की कभी नौबत आ जाए. But what I want to bring out, not only at rural areas, but in urban areas also. If you look around, there are a lot of underprivileged people, underprivileged cross-section in our society, who are less educated, old people, somebody has got physical challenges, so they really need you. So, in your day, in your week's time, or in your month's time, you must try and dedicate some time, effort, or some part of money for them. Go and visit someone who is really poor, or koi hai, budi chachi hai, somebody who is in vruddhashram, go and visit them. Talk to them for half an hour. Friends, they feel really good, because after even I have seen people who were principal in Ferguson College, great scientists, their children are gone away, they are alone, struggling with some sickness, sitting in vruddhashram, old age homes, nobody to talk to them. They don't require your money, they just require your company to share something, some feelings. Because you are today 21, 22, 25 years old. After 60 years, you will reach the same stage. So you must have the social binding, responsibility, accountability on you. So you have that KRA. It should be written with you and you should follow it. And it will help you a lot. Again, a very good example. I'm sure even if you meet Colonel Marwa today also, he's 75 years old. And if you meet me today, after this lecture, yes, I'm now 52 years old. But what is taught to us in army, you always carry a small notebook. ठीक है? So you have got mobiles, आजकल तो आपके पास है, whether it is in form of जो आप उस पे लिखते हो वो पैड के ऊपर मोबाइल के, or in form of diary. You should be curious. You should keep on writing small things. आज आप कहीं गए हैं, I have met something, I have found something very interesting, or I falter on this thing, or I have taken money from him, or I am supposed to get money. It could be anything. You scribble it on a piece of paper and keep it with you. It really helps you. End of the day, when you are sleeping, just take out the diary or whatever mobile and just मैंने दिन में अच्छा ये ऐसा हुआ था, I just forgot that. It will help you. All these things will help you to shape up your future, to make you focus. So this maintaining of diary really helps you. And you can write any foolish thing in that. I want to see this movie, whatever it could be. Very important, core spirit. Your 360. It's a great thing in fact. 360 young budding people, young budding boys and girls, when I see, it's really privilege for me. Maybe you may not understand what is the meaning of the core spirit. Again, आप बोलेंगे ये बूढ़ा बार he is taking us back to armed forces. But when we were of your age, joined army at the age of 22, and in that, during our third term, before we pass out, there is a very difficult exercise that is called as Chindit, in which in the third term, we are left in a jungle. And they give us only food, packed food, and we are supposed to carry 22 kgs of load on our body plus one rifle. And then we are split into various teams. Like one team consists of 22 cadets, and you are left in jungles at various places. Then they give you a map, and you are supposed to do the map reading through the jungle, report to various checkpoints, and get back to academy, Indian Military Academy, Dehradun, in a stipulated time. So that's how we were given the time and you can say a particular way. Now the thing is that when you are left in the jungle with so much of load on your body, everybody is not same. Some of us, they're athletes, they are good. Some of us, we cannot lift the load. Some of us, maybe they cannot walk for so much of distance altogether. But then the rule is simple. You are left, that time you are 22. When you report at each and every checkpoint, you should be 22. When you reach back to academy, you must be 22. Otherwise, it's not counted. Then you go back again, you do it. And this run back is 70 kilometers, 70 kilometers. And you are left at 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the jungle. You don't sleep. You sleep, you do whatever you want, but the time is this much. Within 24 hours, you have to reach academy by reporting to all those checkpoints. Then only it is considered that you have successfully completed the run back, and then only you are eligible to become officer. So just imagine, like we were together, somebody was vomiting, somebody was not able to lift the luggage, किसी का rifle पकड़ के चल रहा था, somebody fainted, so many things happened. But that is what the core spirit, एक दूसरे को गाली दे रहे थे, चल उठ क्या कर रहा है, ये है वो है, दुनिया भर का entire night we were walking through rivers and raws, पूरे पानी भर गया था shoes में, but if you stop then you will lose on the time again. But as a course, then when we completed the thing and when we reached the academy, that was the immense sense of satisfaction that with whom we shared all feelings, gali galoch kiya, everything, whatever it was. But when we reached as a team, and that was the immense satisfaction for us. And today also, even if you ask veterans also, the first thing for them, the course mates, they come first. And very proudly, undoubtedly, I will say that even than my real brother and sister, for me, my course mates matter. And my course mates is my life. Whether he's a Khalsa, he's Punjabi, he's South Indian, whosoever it is. So this core spirit is a real power for you. Again, like I come from 3 Engineer Regiment, which is Madras Sappers. I'm Maharashtrian. But last 22 years when I was in army, I spent my entire life with my South Indian troops. So for me, that has become my first house, first home. For me, that attracts me more. So that's my karma bhumi, or that's my karma, what I would say. Today also, wherever we are, I just give a call to my course mate who would be retired, who would be brigadier today, wherever he is. Immediately we get connected and the work is done, we meet over a drink or whatever it is. So that's a real strength in you. So try and keep this as your real power, 360 people. So after 20 years, I will not say 21, 10 years, you will have your own startups, you would be CEO somewhere, you would be flying in your private jets, I would say that, but ye mera course mate hai, just call him and then you meet up. That's a great thing. So core spirit is very, very important thing and you must have that. Gentlemen, this is very important. As I said, you have got real opportunity to undergo these 2 years of course as a, I would say, army routine. Because after retirement, when I got opportunity to visit this institute, let me tell you, its standard is at par with NDA and IMA and some of the command headquarters. You can visit Southern Command Headquarters, you can visit NDA, IMA. In fact, you will not find such an immaculate standard, such a high standard, what you are here. So you are really blessed. Make best use of it. यू मे क्रिप, पहले दिन हम लोग को बोला हेयर कट ले लो, क्या यार मैंने क्यों लेना हेयर कट, जूते मेरा पॉलिश देखने से क्या फ़र्क पड़ना है, यू वुड बी सेइंग दैट, क्या फ़र्क पड़ना है, मैंने इंशर्ट नहीं किया है, सो वॉट, आई हैव नॉट शेव्ड इट, सो वॉट, what's a big deal nowadays, you say that, but all these small things is really, they're really shaping you up. So make best use of this particular curriculum here, learn everything and take it in a very positive way. That is what I feel. Physical fitness, even in army, of course it is by rule, by command, that morning you have to go for PT, evening you have to play a particular game. But friends, let me tell you, 40 minutes you screw your body in whatever way. You want to go for a run, you go for a run, you go for swimming, you do your yoga, you do whatever you want, you play badminton, you play basketball, hockey, 40 minutes you sweat like a pig, and I'm telling you, those 40 minutes will give you 8 years of very happy life. Take that. Nowadays, because of so much of pollution and adulteration, your generation is getting exposed to very bad things, pre-diabetic, high blood pressure, stress, so many things happening, cancer, heart attacks, cardiac arrests. So you have to take care of yourself. If you are physically fit, everything will be taken care of. Today after retiring, I retired 10 years back. One thing we do definitely, morning 5 o'clock, get up. कितना आज तक मुझे कभी भी, एवरी टाइम व्हेन आई गेट अप इन द मॉर्निंग, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग लाइक राहुल गांधी ऑफ कोर्स, एकेडमी में जब थे तभी भी एवरी डे मॉर्निंग आई यूज टू कर्स माई सेल्फ, मैंने क्यों आर्मी ज्वाइन किया यार, आई कैनॉट वेकअप, आई कैनॉट वेकअप टिल डेट. आज भी अलार्म बजता है 5 o'clock, आई कैनॉट वेकअप, बट यू जस्ट गेट ऑफ योर बेड, स्विच ऑन द लाइट, योर डे इज मेड. गेट रेडी. आज भी हम यही करते हैं. टुडे ऑल्सो आई डिड द सेम थिंग. Nobody is going to check me, nobody is going to check my belly, but you stand in front of the mirror, you should be feeling proud of yourself. So 40 minutes, I go for a run, वापस आने के बाद then your day starts. So do that, it is very very important, very very important. Self-explanatory. We get addicted, attached, whatever word you can say, to a position, to a situation which is not there. So in my own example, I had decided that after 20 years I will hang up my uniform, I will take VRS or other premature retirement. I had decided that time I was posted in army headquarters, everything was there, फौजी जिप्सी है, आपका सहायक है, you are getting salary, लोग आपको salute कर रहे हैं, everything is going well, what is the requirement of retiring? So it was killing me. I was thinking, should I submit my application or not? So somehow I got to see this particular picture. It's all here. So the person is not sitting in the chair, but the horse, in spite of his capabilities, is not moving only. So break those clutches. Very, very important. Perception. Self-explanatory. If somebody is telling you something, don't blindly say no or you are right. He could be right in his own perspective. Think from his point of view. Of course, as a leader, you are going to take the decision. But give him a patient hearing. Think from his point of view. Fault निकालना बड़ा easy है. Find a remedy. Do what is right, not easy. Don't take shortcuts. Gentlemen, shortcuts, they will not be of any good for you in your life. Don't take shortcuts. Every day, when you are getting ready, when you are looking up in the mirror, physically, psychologically, in whatever way, you should feel proud of yourself. Because this is very, very important. A small picture. I'll just take a minute here. When we talk about the perception, during our SSB selection or army selection, they show us this particular picture and then they ask us what happened before this incident, what is happening in this picture and what will happen after this picture. So any any bright ideas? Can somebody tell me what is happening? If just there is nothing right or wrong. So yeah,
Jain sir,
Yeah.
my name is Jaykumar Lohiya.
speak loudly. Yeah, so that everybody will get. Yeah. So what you can make out of from this picture?
Jain sir. Sir, according to me, according to this picture, there is a kid who is drowning in the river and is flowing towards the guy who saw it and is ready to save him. He has tightened the rope around his waist and he's about to throw the rope to save the kid, and after that he will save him.
One more input from girls. I would say not ladies, girls. Yeah, give your whatever mind. Anyone. There is like nothing right or wrong. Whatever you say is right. Yeah, please. Yeah.
This gentleman, he saw a boy who was drowning. So, in order to help him, he tied a rope on his waist and he's going to throw on him, and he will pull him from the river, bring him out, and will mostly give him the first aid or something.
Yeah, good. Thank you. So, in your own perspective, I would say you are right. If I had been here, I am not saying मैं कोई फंदे खा हूँ, but my reading of this picture is a father has taken his son and वो उसको तैरना सिखा रहा है. Nobody is getting drowned. कोई डूब नहीं रहा है. अपने बच्चे को वो लेके गया है and he is teaching him swimming and he is standing there with a safety rope and he is learning to swim. If I say like that, am I wrong? So why to get into negative thing? He is drowning. Not necessary. So you can make best of it, anything. So if you change your perspective and put it in a positive way, things will change in a great way. Lot of them, but we don't have so much of time. So no need to tell you, because in your rigorous workout or your days, your curriculums, even in army also, wherever, you slog for whatever your term, 6 months, 1 year. You take a break and forget that there is something called as IIBM which is existing on this earth. Forget about it. Just forget about it. Go out. Unwind yourself. Wherever you are going, you go for treks, you go to Goa, you want to go with a palki to go some temple. It's up to you. Unwind yourself. Refresh yourself. That is very much required for your generation. Stress busting. And once you come back with again a very fresh mind. Very, very important. Now, after having spoken so much about leadership, I hope it was good. Somehow little bit interesting, interactive, not so boring. Yeah. So after leadership, now we have got very less time left. Now I will quickly give you exposure on certain, you can say, opportunities for you in future. Apart from what you are thinking in a common way, you would join some IT sector or some HR or other things. Now, whatever I am telling you, I'm not expert. I am just sharing my experiences with you. When I retired, after that I had decided that I will work in a way that apart from getting money, I should also help the nation and environment. So that's how I chose 2 fields. One was renewable energy, that is solar energy, and the second one is farming. So solar energy, of course, apart from giving you money, it helps the environment also. And farming, no need to say anything. Now I'll quickly go through these slides. This is mission of our Prime Minister for our nation, that by year 2030, 2047, we are going to be, by 2047, what is our vision? Any idea? What is going to happen by 2047? Yes, we are going to be Vikasit Bharat. We are going to be developed nation. Now, a little technical thing. Now, if I may ask, out of you, how many are science background graduates? If you can just raise your hand. Lot of you. Yeah. Science means it could be BSc, it could be biology, it could be engineering. Yeah. So today we are fourth largest economy in the world. Now every person per capita, when we say you are consuming 550 units on you. Electricity units तो आपको पता होगा ना? When you get the electricity bill, it is based on how much units you are consuming. Suppose you are consuming 100 units in a month, then you get electricity bill multiplied by 10 rupees, 3,000 rupees or so. That's how we get the electricity bill. So electricity consumption, it is counted in form of units, kWh. So per capita, per person in India, he consumes 550 units on him. Could be for anything, sitting in AC, watching a movie, charging his mobile phone or whatever it is. Now developed nations, any idea how much units they are consuming per capita? Any idea? We are consuming 550 and they are consuming how much? 2,500. So almost 4 times than what we consume. So if we have to become a Vikasit Bharat or third largest economy, which we are going to be very soon, then forget 2,500, but at least our requirement will go double, isn't it? That means our energy requirement will go double. Energy could be in any form, electricity or whatever. Now you are aware that out of our energy requirement or electricity what we generate, 70% comes from oil and coal. So these are the fossil fuels. 20% comes from hydel. And out of remaining balance 10%, 6-7% comes from solar, 3% comes from nuclear and wind. Now you must have seen, I need not tell you, because of the current scenario, Gulf War and fossil fuels depleting day by day, year by year, you really cannot totally rely on fossil fuels. So that's a challenge, but always challenge brings out the opportunity for us. So if not fossil fuel, we have our requirement which will get double in next 4-5 years, then what? Other resources, hydel again, it depends on your dam and water. This year, the rain, whatever, forecast, what is the rain forecast? Any idea? हर साल में बोलते हैं ना हिंदुस्तान में बारिश कितनी होगी. So 90% I believe, it 10% less this time than the average. So imagine 10% less बारिश, less rainfall. Then hydel, again it's at stake. It will not generate what is required. Then what is next? So it takes us to next potent option of solar energy. Why I am bringing it out? Because solar energy is going to be a future for our energy requirement. That means solar will have a great business, and if we'll have a great business, it requires a good manpower in management level, in execution level, wherever. So definitely right from beginning, you as your own academic interest, you can start reading about solar, how it works, what is the future, how is going to give you a way to develop your career in solar sector. Why solar is very much conducive for India? Because we fall in northern hemisphere, and here the solar radiance per square meter is very good. We get 300 days of clear sun in India as compared to European nations. We have got lot of empty land today. So big capacity solar projects can be installed on those empty piece of lands. Something called as net meter. I don't think we have got time. So this is one of the options wherein you can generate electricity by setting up a particular thing on a rooftop. You generate the electricity and then you use it. So this is opportunity. The picture in the middle, this is of our college. So we have set up 180 kilowatt system on the rooftop. So whatever electricity you are getting here, it is because of the solar power. The sun is giving you this electricity. Now that was for solar. Coming to nuclear sector again. Any idea, anyone knows about Shanti bill? Anyone? Have you heard? Yeah, very good, nice. Yeah, speak loudly.
Currently, our government has passed. My name is Tushar Ghate.
And our current government has passed the energy bill, Shanti bill, in which they have opened doors for the private players to come in nuclear sector for small modular reactor. Currently, they are opening for small modular reactor, so private player can open their nuclear.
Yeah, very good. I'm very happy that somebody is aware about it. So it's a path-breaking bill, Shanti bill. In India, the nuclear power sector was purely in the hands of government, PSU, only NPCL. But with the Shanti bill in December 2025, they opened up this sector for private players. So private companies from abroad and from India also, they can set up their own nuclear power plants, and then they can generate the electricity because our requirement is increasing day by day. And as I said, not only fossil and solar cannot take care of everything. So nuclear sector is opening up in a very big way. If everything goes well, we are trying to have 10-15 lecture series capsule for you, in which we will try and give you exposure of what is nuclear technology, how it works, how it harnesses power, how you get electricity by using nuclear technology, what is Shanti bill, what is going to happen to our energy sector, electricity sector, wherein these reactors would come in, and what would be the possible opportunities for you to work in this field. So that is what we are planning from this course. Potency of nuclear energy. A particular thing what you achieve from burning 1 ton of a coal, what that equivalent energy you get from a small pellet. And I'm serious, 1 ton of coal, how much it would be? Volume wise, price wise, and pollution wise also, I would say. 1 ton of coal and this much of pellet, it will be same. Now when we say nuclear energy, मतलब बहुत radiation होता है, it will be danger to the society. It's not like that. Have you heard any nuclear accident taking place in India? Touch wood. Because it is not because by the fluke that it has not taken place, but our technology is so robust that I can assure you that in India there will be no nuclear accident. There never will be a situation where there will be a radiation leak or a nuclear accident. We don't have time. This is India's 3-stage nuclear power program. Whenever you're free, apart from going through your reels, you can just type India's 3-stage nuclear power program, how it is going to help you. It's a great thing. Now nuclear reactors, not necessarily they are set up at BRC or Rawat Bhatta and Tarapur. Now you have nuclear reactors which are floating. So they are constructed in a ship. The ship is floated to a place where you require electricity. It's direct plug and play. Couple it and you get the electricity. They are there, Russian reactors. Just to bring your mind here, 2031, 32, apart from whatever manpower we have got, skilled manpower in form of scientists, management level engineers, 10,000 more skilled people would be required. And by 2046, 47, the requirement is 60,000 additional scientists, engineers, management people would be required to operate or to work in this nuclear industry. So it's a great opportunity for you. देखो नॉर्मल फील्ड में तो सभी काम करते हैं. यू आस्क एनीवन बच्चा क्या कर रहा है, CS पढ़ रहा है, आस्क एनीवन. Maybe he doesn't know anything about CS, computer science कर रहा है, or he's HR, he's in IT, mundane things. But try and think about these fields, and this is the future. Niche field है, but इसके लिए आपको अभी से तैयारी करनी पड़ेगी. You have to learn about it, you have to study about it, start reaching to people. It has a great future. Last but not the least, I come from a farming background. Like I said, 10 years back, I started doing farming also. So how many of you are from Maharashtra here? If you can raise the hand. Yeah, thank you. I'll just take a minute. Sir, I hope I got 10 minutes. Yeah. So when I started farming, like I come from Western Maharashtra, Solapur region. The farming is largely in Maharashtra, Western Maharashtra. What type of farming we do? Sugarcane. गन्ने का करते हैं. But that's a killer, I feel, because If you are doing like a normal illiterate farmer, then you should not do it. But if you are educated and you are doing it, अगर आप आंखें खोल के कर रहे हो कोई चीज़, तो then you analyze. And what I found that you are doing गन्ने का farming, sugarcane farming, not for you, but for that sugar mill owner, and you are helping him to buy a Mercedes. You will never be able to buy a Mercedes. Forget about anything else. So I thought that if I want to do farming, let's do it in a different way. So initially what I did, why I'm telling you these points, 3 years initially after retirement, I took a land on lease. I did not buy it. I took it on a lease. Then I got the experience out of it. Started from the scratch, because I am from farming background, but 20 years I was out. So I did not know anything about farming when I got retired. So tried my hands on ground चीज़ें किया वहाँ पे. 3 years I worked there, got the experience, got the knowledge base, what is takeaway, what is good, bad, and then I had my own farm, and then I started doing farming there. So you can really think of having farming as one of your career. It's not that कि गांव में बोलते हैं कि इसको कुछ भी नहीं आता है तो इसीलिए वो खेती कर रहा है. Those are not the days now, gentlemen. If you do it in a proper way, you can create wonders in farming, because apart from money, it gives you tremendous sense of satisfaction, because you are directly with the nature. Like every week I travel 500 kilometers, 200, 250 going, 250 coming back. So within 2.5 hours, I am in a totally different world. I start at 5 o'clock in the morning from Pune. By 7:30, my world is changed. Where there is no traffic. हसल बसल नहीं है, नथिंग. घड़ी देखना नहीं है अपने, 4 बजे ये करना है, 5 बजे ये करना है, नथिंग. यू आर क्वाइटली सिटिंग ऑन योर फार्म्स. आप बैठे हो आराम से. सो मेनी बर्ड्स अराउंड. लवली. आई मीन यू आर इन अ टोटली डिफरेंट वर्ल्ड. सो अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट स्ट्रेस बस्टर, you will be earning also. So definitely you can think about it. And now it's not gender based. Even ladies can think about it, girls can think about it, boys can think about it. So we converted our piece of land which was totally barren into something what we call as aromatic plantation. So that is what we have done here. I think link will work. एक पे करना, click. First पे. Left, हाँ, left पे. So this is type of plantation what we have done. This comes from Brazil. We got this plantation from Brazil, tissue culture करके. We got the automation. We take out the berries, extract it mechanically, we dry it, and then we sell it. It is 3 times more profitable than your sugar cane. So they are sold at the price of 700 rupees per kg, and there is a definite buyer with whom we had got into agreement. So sorry, you were saying something? Huh? Yeah. Thank you. So somebody has got some interest in this aromatic plantation. This is called as pink pepper. मीरी जिसको बोलते हैं ना मराठी में, मीरी. ठीक है. So it's like black miri जो होता है. These are creepers, but these are shrubs. They are something like 12 feet or 15 feet high. And once in a year, you have to prune those branches, put it in a harvester, take out the berries, dry it, and sell it. And the biomass, what you just have seen it, you put it in a distillation plant, extract oil from those leaves, and then you sell it. So this is something different, what you can do. This is one of the things. You can have anything. You can have, So this is what we have started. Avocado. In our area, people say avocado आता नहीं है. सब कुछ आ जाता है. We have got cashews आ गया हमारे यहाँ पे, jackfruit आ गया, pineapple आ गया, black mango, everything. So as a fun, out of that entire proper farming, we have a piece of land, a 2000 square feet में we have put up 62 types of varieties of various fruit plants. Black mango, avocado, anything, amrut, whatever. It really gives you satisfaction. And you can see the size of the mango also. Do something different. Why get into mundane things always? Click. Right one. So mangoes also what we do, we just put up a plant and उसको निकालते हैं हम लोग, पैक करके बेचते हैं. But then it will not give you a good rate. So what we did, we had, this was our first season. So we had around 4,000 fruits. So for every fruit, we put a bag for that, so that there is no pest, there is no insect. And you do it in a different way, because वहाँ पे, if I don't do this and I sell it to a normal vendor there, he was buying these mangoes at the rate of 50 rupees kg. And when I did this properly, got it here in Pune, and when I tried to sell it, it was 200 rupees per kg, 4 times. So it took me what? It took me nothing. The cost of this bag is only 2 rupees. What I mean to say, don't do different things. Do things in a different way. That is very important. First पे click करना. You should have water reservoir with you. You should plan for your contingency. If there is no rain, what you do? So we have set up what we call as शेत तळे or farm का pond बोलते हैं उसको. It has got capacity of 70 lakh liter. So even if there are no rains for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, it can take care of my entire piece of land, irrigation. Why I put this picture? Because it's really huge. It's really huge. So you need to have contingency. Just don't go for कि मैंने लगा दिया, बारिश आया तो करूँगा, कुएं का पानी है तो करूँगा. Don't do that. You plan for the contingencies. At least 3 levels of contingencies. You will never fail. Now coming towards end, in last 1 hour 15 minutes or so, I tried to bring out few aspects of leadership. Then I tried to bring out few aspects of management. I tried to give you some exposure on options like renewable energy, solar energy, nuclear energy, and a brief about farming. Now towards end, this is the month of June 1999. Kargil war started, and July 26, Kargil war was officially over. During those 2 months, more than 500 army soldiers, officers from Air Force, Navy, everywhere, they made a supreme sacrifice, and because of that, today we are sitting in air-conditioned hall with shirt and tie and good saris, and we are very happy, we are very safe. So as a tribute, we are in the month of June. There's a small clipping which I would like to show you. That's a tribute to our soldiers who have made a supreme sacrifice. Like. आवाज So I finish. Wish you all the very best, and try to make best use of these 2 years. What you have got, a bright future is waiting for you. Thank you so much, and Jai Hind. Thank you.